In this film, we will see the extent to which a human can be ruthless. The story revolves around a lake, not a natural lake created by nature, but a man-made one. Beneath this lake there once used to be a village, but someone forcibly created the lake over it. It is said that remnants of the village still exist beneath the lake, and bizarrely, tourists who visit this place often meet strange deaths. Why does this happen? To uncover the story behind all this, let's move forward. At the beginning of the story, the beautiful lake is shown, where a group of tourists has arrived for a trip.
Listen, I found an old map of this lake in the library, which shows that there used to be a village here before the lake was made. People lived here, and even today, their homes, belongings, and much more might still be beneath the lake.
However, his friend doesn't believe him.
I'll dive in and check. If you want, you can come along.
All right, I'll come too, reluctantly.
I'll come too. Me too.
I'm trying so hard to impress my friend, and you're ruining my plan. If you want to come, then get there another way.
But the story of the sunken village you told us is fascinating, and I want to see it for myself. I don't care about your plan or your efforts to impress someone.
Fine, let's go then.
The water isn't very deep at first, so they dive further down, swimming to explore the area, hoping to find something. They come up for air when needed, and then dive back in.
Look, an old bicycle.
Wow, this is amazing.
Then Finn's brother finds a boat, and now they start to believe that this was indeed a village.
This must have been a village once.
I knew it. This is incredible.
Their adventure was just beginning, with each discovery deepening the mystery of the sunken village.
Excited, look at this boat.
Be careful.
I'm just gonna show it to everyone above.
Wait, what's that?
Something's got my leg, help!
Hold on. I'm trying to pull you up. Don't let go.
It's too strong, I can't surface.
Help. Somebody help us. No. Where did he go? This can't be happening. Oh my God, there he is. No, please let him go.
The scene then shifts to 4 months later.
I told everyone that a hand had pulled my brother under, but no one believed me. Not Mom. Not Dad.
Everyone assumed that Finn was deeply traumatized and was hallucinating, which is why she was sent to a mental hospital for treatment. Now she is back home. Finn's dad is a lawyer, always busy with his work. Both parents are heartbroken over their son's death, but are trying to move on, though it's very difficult.
Mom, did you attend his funeral?
We didn't find your brother's body, so we held a symbolic funeral with his favourite belongings. A box with his childhood essays, his cards, and his shoes.
Mom, I saw a hand pulling him down and taking him away.
Sweetheart, you're tired. Rest and everything will be fine.
Her mom still doesn't believe her story. One day, when her mom goes to take a bath, a hand emerges from the tap and grabs her. Startled, she looks back, but there's nothing there. This incident makes her start to believe that Finn might be telling the truth. She searches the internet for information about the lake and discovers that the lake is cursed. People often die in strange and inexplicable ways there.
Suddenly, a hand touches her shoulder, startling her.
She turns around, only to see Finn's dad standing there.
What are you doing?
The mom didn't tell her husband the real reason for her actions because she knew he would be upset.
I was actually looking for a job online.
Yes, you should find something to do. Otherwise, you'll just keep thinking about our son and remain sad. But honestly, what's the point of getting a job? Try to move on because he's not coming back, and we need to stay happy for our daughter, Finn.
That night, Finn dreamed about the day her brother drowned.
I saw it all over again, the water, the struggle. It was so real.
Her mom also heard the sound of water falling.
I got up to check, thinking there might be a leak.
She went to the bathroom, but nothing was there. The tap was off.
Then I went to the kitchen and saw that the tap there was running.
She turned it off, but it kept turning back on repeatedly.
I couldn't understand what was happening.
Then she heard a noise coming from the swimming pool.
I went there and saw that the pool water was leaking.
She tried to stop it, but it started leaking again, and she heard a voice calling out.
Mom, save me.
She turned around and saw her son. His condition was terrible. He looked decayed.
Mom, please save me.
Seeing this, the mom was horrified. The next morning, she told her husband everything that had happened.
You must believe me, it wasn't just a dream.
You must have had a bad dream. There's nothing like that.
Dreams happen when someone is asleep, but I was wide awake and fully conscious. We need to find our son's body and properly conduct his funeral. Until we do, his soul won't be at peace. Don't you understand? My son is crying out to me, Mom, save me.
We worked with the police for a whole week to search the lake, but we didn't find his body. I think you're starting to have mental issues like Finn. Whatever it is, don't go to the lake to investigate. I don't want to get involved in this again.
Saying this, he left for work.
Mum, we need to go to the lake and find my brother's body ourselves. I'll come with you and help you search. Please, let's do this.
You've just recovered. If you go near the lake again, you might fall ill.
I'm perfectly fine, Mum. I keep dreaming about my brother every night. Until we find his body and give him a proper funeral, neither of us will find peace. Please listen to me. I know the exact spot where my brother drowned, and I'm sure his body is still there.
Finally, the mum agreed, and the two of them set off toward the lake. They also visited the house they used to live in near the lake. Upon reaching the lake, the mum recalled the happy times she had spent there with her family. Both of them got into a boat and rowed to the part of the lake where Finn and her brother had jumped in.
We jumped in exactly here and swam some distance. Then we dived deeper into the water.
You stay in the boat while I tie this rope around my waist and dive in. I'll come up for air when needed. If I don't come up for a long time or you feel the rope getting stuck, pull it up immediately without wasting time, okay?
Finn agreed. The mum dove into the water and occasionally came up for air while swimming around the spot Finn had described. However, she didn't find anything at first.
Are you sure we're in the right place?
Yes, Mom, but you need to go a little further ahead. There's a bicycle there, just swim a bit beyond that.
The mom dove down again and soon found the bicycle, confirming they were in the right spot. As she swam further, she discovered a stone plaque underwater. On it, there were depictions of 3 bodies tied in strange positions, indicating that they had been bound there many years ago. Among them, she saw her son's body tied with chains. The mom removed the chains and tried to swim back up, but suddenly a hand grabbed her leg and started pulling her down, just like it had with her daughter. The mom signaled by tugging the rope, and Finn realized she was in trouble. Finn pulled the rope with all her strength, causing the hand to release its grip and saving her mom's life. Along with her mom, her brother's body also surfaced. The mom was both shocked and heartbroken to see her son's decayed body, which looked strange and terrifying after being underwater for so long. Despite her sorrow, she felt a sense of relief that they had finally found him. The police and an ambulance were called. The police officer was astonished and said to the mum, "We searched the lake for an entire week and found nothing, and you managed to find your son's body in just one day. There is one more strange thing I saw that I want to tell you about. I saw dead bodies tied to a stone block at the bottom of the lake. One of the bodies had a chain around its neck, which I then handed over to Shine. The sheriff says that this chain seems to belong to an old family. There used to be a village near the lake, and it's possible that this chain belonged to someone from that village. The name of the family is written on the chain, and there is a wicked woman from that family who lives a little distance away. You should go and ask her. She might be able to provide some information. By the way, I've heard that this is a cursed lake, but I don't know how much truth there is to it." After hearing this, the mum decides to learn more about the lake, so she calls her husband. But the dad, angry, says to her, "Why did you go to the lake? I told you not to." However, when the mum tells him that they found their daughter's body, the dad calms down. Then the daughter happily says to her mum, "Thank God, everything will be okay now." She then asks her mum, "But mum, what will we do with this chain?" The mom replies, "We've found only Abinash's remains, but we still need to know how he died." After this, both of them decide to meet the wicked woman. The mum asks her, "Many people have died in this lake. Can you tell us why this is happening?" The old woman responds, "Everyone is foolish, that's why they drown. They don't know how to swim in deep water and jump in just for adventure, losing their lives." The daughter protests, saying, "That's not true. My brother wasn't foolish. He was a very good swimmer and I went with him. When we were down there, I saw a hand grabbing his leg and pulling him. That's why he died. I also saw 3 dead bodies tied to a stone block, as if they were deliberately drowned." The daughter then shows her the chain that she had taken from around the neck of one of the bodies. The old woman recognizes the chain and says, "This chain belonged to my grandfather. It's not from the man you're talking about." She continues, "We used to live in the village that is now under the lake. I remember our whole family was very happy there, but then a rich businessman came and wanted to build a dam and collect water to create the lake. He said that if the dam was built, he would become rich and famous. So he forced the villagers to leave. When people had no choice, they started leaving their homes. Our houses, our lands, and the graves of our ancestors were all left behind, but the man didn't care. He forced us to leave through violence. Those who stood against him were killed, and my grandfather was one of them. One day, he and his two companions were suddenly murdered. I now understand that they were tied to a stone block and drowned. Over time, they created the lake by releasing the water, and those three also died in the same way. The stone was left outside, so they couldn't even swim to safety.
We are still fighting in court to stop the dam.
What are you saying? It's been almost 70 years since this happened. The businessman you're talking about must be dead by now. So who are you fighting against?
They said, "We are still collecting signatures to stop the dam and taking the case to court. But no matter how hard we try, the businessman's family is so powerful that they keep sabotaging every case. If the dam stays, the truth will never come out. If the lake dries up, all the wrongdoings of that businessman will be exposed, how evil and cruel he was. Everyone will know how many people he caused to drown. That's why his family doesn't want the lake to dry up and the truth to be revealed."
We are up against a very powerful law firm, which we can't compete with.
When she mentions the name of the law firm, both the daughter and the mom become horrified and troubled, because it turns out that the law firm belongs to the dad.
Where have you two been? I've been looking for you everywhere. You both look so stressed and troubled. What's going on?
Why is your law firm supporting this dam? Why are you fighting against closing the dam?
I don't know much, but we don't want that lake to go away. It's very important.
What's the need for it?
Look, understand this. The lake was created to prevent flooding in the city. When there's too much rain, the water will flow into the lake and the city won't flood. People also come to visit the lake because they find it beautiful.
These are just excuses. You should drop the case you're fighting. Instead, you should be trying to stop this dam, because if the dam goes away, the lake will be gone too. Do you know how many people died to create this lake? I don't even know how many bodies that rich man buried under this lake. I saw 3 bodies myself, tied and drowned to make this lake. They died, and there were 3. Who knows how many others died too?
Come on, these are all rumors. People always spread such things about powerful people. If the lake goes, so will the riches. You probably don't know, but all our wealth is because of this.
So his death wasn't an accident, it was revenge from the souls trapped under the lake, burning for justice all these years. Our son paid for your ancestors' sins. Because of you, I lost my son. Your grandfather couldn't get revenge, but the revenge was taken from his descendants, from his great-grandson. The souls of your family's wrongdoings are now trapped in this lake, cursing it. They are taking revenge and drowning people. Then suddenly a noise is heard outside. The daughter senses that something is about to happen. The lights go out and the dad tries to make a phone call, but the line is dead. When they go to the lake, they see spirits emerging from the water, heading towards their house. The mum and daughter get scared. Now the dad realizes the truth, understanding that both his wife and daughter were right. They are all terrified as the spirits surround them. The dad tries to stop them, but it's no use. The spirits don't harm the mum or the daughter, but they take the dad, dragging him towards the lake. The daughter and mum scream, but it's in vain. The spirits push him into the lake and he dies. His death completes the revenge. Crying, the daughter asks, "Now what will we do?" The mum replies, "Now we must wash away these sins, because knowingly or unknowingly, we are connected to this cruel family. We need to take this case to court and seek justice for the villagers' souls." The daughter says, "But Mom, no matter how hard we try, even if we gather all the signatures, we won't win the case. The government will never close the dam, and the rich family will make sure the lake stays. No one will listen to us." The mum replies, "Actually, the water level in the dam is slowly decreasing because of less rainfall. Eventually the lake will dry up and the world will know the truth hidden beneath it. When the truth comes to light, everyone will know the cruelty that was done to those people, how they were denied the right to live just to increase a businessman's power. Their bodies, their homes and everything were taken. The truth will become undeniable evidence that can't be ignored, and they will get justice. The curse will end and their souls will find peace forever." And with this, the story ends.